represent the darker side, darker side, darker side. That's where I reside, side. Yo, I represent the dark.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? Hey, man, welcome back to Hood Rock Entertainment. And if it's your first time over here, tap that subscribe button, bro. And while you're at it, you might as well hit the like button because you know this is going to be off the hook, man. We're off to the US again. We're going over there to check out some more American football. And this guy here, his name's Barry Sanders. Now, I got over about 25, 26 requests for this guy, bro, after the last reaction I did to Bo Jackson. Yeah. So I did a reaction to Bo Jackson. I also did a reaction to a video called NFL versus NHL Big Hits. That was fire too, bro. So a little bit about myself. If you're new and you don't know much about me, bro, I played rugby league for 26 years, 27 years roughly, coached and stuff like that. Filled a few different coaching roles, things like that. But for those that don't know what rugby league is, bro, well, pretty much rugby league and there's rugby union, but collectively they're just rugby, right? So the difference. So if you don't know much about rugby league, bro, rugby league is pretty much American football with no pads, no helmets, just a mouth guard, just a mouthpiece. You know what I mean? So it's exactly the same, bro. For those that don't know the history of American football, you should, because you're American, and it's kind of not it's your fellow sport now, but a rugby player actually invented American football. So it was a rugby player that invented American football. That's where you get the terminology. That's where you get the term touchdown from. Because in rugby and rugby league, you've got to get the ball to the end zone and touch it down on the ground. That's how you got the term touchdown when you score a touchdown. So think about it. Why would it be called a touchdown if no one's actually touching anything down? Because it came from rugby, bro. That's why the goalposts look exactly the same. That's why a rugby league field is 100 meters. Well, you would say yards, 100 yards from end zone to end zone. But then you've got the actual end zones are 10 meters each as well. So 120 yards is a rugby league field. Just the same, bro. Difference is you guys have 11 people on the field at one time, where rugby league has 13 and rugby union has 15. Another thing, we don't stop play. The only time play stops is when there's a penalty. So you get 6 tackles. You get tackled. You get up, play the ball between your legs, and a guy that we call a dummy half will be behind you. He picks the ball up, which you guys would call. But what is it when you hoik a ball to somebody? So he's pretty much that dude. The guy behind the person who's playing the ball is the person who pretty much passes it to whoever, left or right or behind him. So yeah, bro. So like so that's one tackle, and then you run the ball up, get tackled again, play the ball, run, get tackled. I mean, we don't stop play and set up all these different plays, you know what I mean? Rugby league's more of an open play sport. So anyway, bro, I'm talking too much, man. But hey, before we start this video, how about you check out a little 1-minute clip that I've got here, some highlights of rugby league's biggest tackles. Well, not biggest tackles, just some of their big hits. Check this out, bro. We'll be back in a minute to carry on with Barry Sanders. Yo, man, check this out.
Motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face. Till I collapse, I'm spilling these raps long as you feel them. To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop sending them. Women are caught in web, spin them in hawk venom. Adrenaline shots, the penicillin could not get the illin to stop. Amoxicillin's just not real enough. Criminal cop killing hip-hop, filling a minimal swap to cop millions of pop listeners. You're coming with me, feel it or not. You're gonna fear it like I showed you. The spirit of God lives in us. You hear it a lot, lyrics the shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Listen up, but sizzle my whistle, this is the plot. Listen up, you pistols for God's Lizzle does not give a fuck. Till the moon comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the
Yeah, bro. So, yo, I hope you like those tackles. Those are just some of the tackles from rugby league, bro. So, as you can see, we play with no pads, no headgear. Some players have a little bit of cushion for their head, but all that's for is to cover your ears so you don't get cauliflower ears when you're in the, like, in the pile up, or in this, we call it the ruck, or in a scrum, so you don't get cauliflower ears. But other than that, the only reason why NFL has more injuries than and concussions in rugby is simply because we perfected our tackles because we don't use pads. So because we don't use pads and protective gear, we perfect our tackles. So a lot of our training is defensive training, right? Because everyone knows if you play rugby league, you already know how to pass a ball, you already know how to run with a ball, all of that stuff. Those are basic skills. So we do a lot of training defensively because we don't have an offensive and defensive side. We play 80 minutes, 40-minute halves, two halves, 40 minutes, and we play non-stop contact, bro. We don't come off the field and a defensive side comes on. You know what I mean? We play offense and defense. Anyway, fuck all that. Let's get into this. And after the video, bro, there's going to be another 1-minute clip at the end of some of rugby league's best. You would call them jukes and cuts. We call them side steps. So, yeah, man, steps, cuts, jukes. You're going to see a minute and a half video at the end of this.
You think about what Barry was able to accomplish and think about what he was able to do for this organization.
There's no doubt in any of our minds that Barry would have been the all-time leading rusher. Sanders less than 1,500 yards shot.
Damn, is he small? Is he quite short? He looks quite...
breaking Peyton's career rushing record.
Like the coach looked taller than him.
So barring injury, this was really just a matter of time before the record was Barry's.
No matter.
He is. I'm guessing his height to be somewhere around 5'5". Let's say 5'5". I'm 6 foot. So 5'5", I'd say.
What year? You could say 1920 and you could say 2012. He will still be best running back in the NFL any given time.
Damn. So, I watched a video last night on your fellas' positions and stuff. It's pretty much the same as league, the positions. We've got fullbacks, halfbacks, you know what I mean? What you fellas call wide receivers and stuff like that. We have wingers. So the wingers are the guys on the two edges of the field that pretty much catch. So because we can't pass the ball forward, but we can kick it forward, so they catch the kicks. The offensive wingers catch the offensive kicks, which you would call punts. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So they're the guys that are supposed to be really fast and be able to catch a high ball. You know what I mean?
The only man who's ever gained 1,000 yards 10 straight seasons will retire Wednesday.
You had a lot of people that were mad.
He's shifty, yo. He's shifty. I like that. I like these dudes, bro. The skill factor, and to be able to read a field, to be able to read where everyone is on a field, to be able to find yourself that avenue to the end zone, bro, you got to have a high IQ for the game.
Yeah, that Barry.
We're talking about Barry and his reputation, whether it's ruined for good in this town.
Why would it be ruined?
Right here that says, until yesterday, OJ was my least favorite NFL runner, but he only stabbed 2 people in the back.
Hindsight.
Yo, what? What are they talking about, Barry? Why Barry bolted? Did he go and play for a different team? Did he leave his team and play for another team? Yo, I know that a lot of people are really one-eyed when it comes to their and biased when it comes to their team. Look at me. Look at the background. Look at my backdrop. I support my team 1,000,000%. But I don't hate on players when they leave our club to go to another club, because a lot of the times it's because of personal family issues in their life outside of football that makes them have to make that move. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes you just got to be understanding, bro. Like, if his family had to move to another state, would you rather him just not play again because he can't play for his old team because he's moved? So what's he supposed to do? Give up the sport? No. Do you know what I mean? Because overall, the most important thing is the sport in general. and then the teams matter. You know what I mean? Because what is the fucking sport? What are the teams without a competition? You know what I'm saying?
That makes us all wiser now. Just looking at the
So,
way he walked
yeah,
away.
so what happened? Did
Knowing
he
what
go
you
to
know
another
now
team?
about the game, how it can affect you. Does this decision to walk away look smarter to you?
We're in the Pontiac Silverdome just north of Detroit. 60,000 folks are here to cheer for the Detroit Lions football.
60,000. Yo, that's a packed stadium, bro. 60,000. So the team that I represent, bro, is South Sydney Rabbitohs. South Sydney Rabbitohs is the professional rugby league team that I support. I've been supporting since I was 9 years old. But I've been playing rugby league for the Wainuiomata Lions since I was 7 years old, bro. I'm 37 now, so I've been playing for 30 years. Well, I had a couple seasons off. But what was I going to say? But what I was going to say was, why is like, did all this controversy around this guy? Did something happen with this dude? Because they said something about him stabbing a few people in the back, or like you see the fans were hating on him. Like, what happened?
Team.
When you
Detroit, 60,000 folks are here to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 60,000. So, I think the biggest crowd that the Rabbitohs have drawn to the stadium was it 93,000? 93,000, I think. Yeah, 93,000. But the biggest crowd was 100 and something thousand. Was the biggest crowd at a rugby league, professional rugby league match. So yeah, bro, it's pretty big.
Cheer for the Detroit Lions football team.
Another thing about rugby league, international sport, bro. Even America has a team. What are they called? The Tomahawks. Even America has a team called the Tomahawks. They're not very good, but they're only a new developing rugby league team. So check them out, everybody. Check them out, bro. They're pretty dope.
When you stopped Barry, you were amazed that you did. When you didn't, you were amazed by what he did.
Arguably the best to ever lace him up at the running back position.
And one of the great backs in the history of the NFL, who some would consider the greatest running back of all time.
Final seconds, third quarter.
Damn. Are you kidding me?
A show. I mean, one of the greatest shows in NFL.
And look how small this dude is.
If not the greatest show in NFL history I've ever seen.
47 yards at the end of
Now, Barry, we know, in terms of just pure runner, that he's probably as good as anybody that put the helmet on.
Probably the only running back I would pay to see play.
Barry, for one, didn't speak a lot. He didn't say a whole lot.
So I know that running backs, you know what I mean? And what are they called? Like, there's the running back, quarterback, obviously. Quarterback is apparently the most important person on the team because he's pretty much the playmaker, the guy that sets up all the plays. He leads all the plays. He calls all the plays on the field. We'd call that the halfback in our team. I know you have a halfback, but our halfback in rugby pretty much has the role of a quarterback. He does all the play setting, you know. He's usually pretty fast, pretty agile, you know, can juke, all of that kind of stuff. He's really quick, does all the fancy stuff. He's the fancy guy with the shiny boots, with the colorful boots on.
So he did more with his actions and the way he went about the game, the way he uses action.
You know, what did that say? Just read the stat. 1,939 yards needed. So today, 72,000. I didn't even get any of that. I really don't understand what. I obviously understand the yards needed and stuff like that, but yes, dude, 61 is what he needs for 2,000 yards. He gotcha. So that's his career. That's his career stat. So that's his career stat, and that's his game stat. Cool.
61 more to hit 2,000.
Now, we would play against Barry, and he would do great things. And even the coaches the next day, when we were looking at film, would say, that's just Barry being Barry. They wouldn't even get upset with us for missing tackles on him.
Like trying to catch a cricket with your... Barry Sanders can be very, very dangerous.
Spent all week working
You
on
think?
stopping Barry Sanders.
First down, and now Sanders only a handful of yards away.
This guy's an animal, bro. Just his agility and his he's deceptive. His agility, the way he moves around on a field, bro. It's like at any minute he could change direction at full speed. You know what I mean? Man, that there's a lot of players that can do that, but at the speed he's doing it, and to do that right up the middle of the field, bro, and cut right through the defensive line, that's impressive, bro.
We were pretty good for 3/4 of the game, and then Barry did what Barry does to everybody and broke our heart.
Almost had to stop what you were doing just to see what Barry's going to do because you know he was going to do something amazing.
Barry Sanders is over 2,000 yards on that carry.
47
Damn.
53
Damn.
yards and 2 runs.
Sometimes you just gotta
What?
53 yards, that's 100 yards and 2 runs.
100 yards and 2 runs. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Sometimes you just gotta look to the heavens and say, wow.
Yeah.
10-0 New England. Matthews in motion right.
Look at him. Look at his eyes. Watch his eyes, bro. Watch how his eyes, his head might not move, but look at his eyes, bro. The focus. He's reading where everyone is. He's trying to read everyone's moves before they do it so he can find a good lane. You know what I mean? Watch his eyes. Boom. He looks left. Yeah, so he cuts left. Oh my God. Oh, bro, he turned him inside out. Are you fucking kidding me? Number 42, bro. Sit down. Oh,
Barry Sanders to this day is the only guy that I ever saw.
he turned him twice, bro. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's number 42, bro. Damn. That's embarrassing.
They literally turn around. And the guy is trying to tackle him, but he's got his back to Barry because he can't find him.
Yeah, he's exactly right. It looked like he couldn't even see him, like he didn't know where the fuck he was. Like, yo, man, I'm sure I just saw him. He was here somewhere. That's fine.
Holy mackerel, what a run by Barry Sanders. That is one of the more incredible runs that you will ever see.
Just ridiculously big time.
And it wasn't like he was playing behind all pros there. This wasn't the Dallas Cowboys and Evan Smith.
Yes, I also read that in the comments too, that it's not like he had the full star-studded team. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people, like a lot of playmakers, the people that have the ball in their hands the most in rugby league are halfbacks. You know what I mean? The playmakers, right? So a lot of playmakers really look good because the players that are playing in support with them. You know what I mean? Right. And yeah. So difference with this guy is, he's a league above the rest, bro. So he outshines anyone, regardless of how good the lineup is in the team. He'd still outshine them.
So Barry Sanders had to create his yards.
How the fuck did he get through that?
Had to create his yards.
He should have been done then. So dude should have wrapped him around the waist, wrap around the waist and slide down to the legs, bro. It's pretty simple. And at the same time, someone takes him up top and bottom. Should have been got there, definitely. Look, one, he dropped one. He's got another 1, 2, 3. 4, number 21 just ran past.
I've never seen a runner do that in my life other than Barry Sanders.
We got to watch that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could count 5. You could count number 21 as a fifth defender if you want to, because the blocker wasn't really doing shit. You know what I mean? So he could have made an effort, at least attempt the tackle, bro. I always say when I was coaching, I used to tell the players, always commit to the ball carrier, bro. Commit to the ball carrier. Even if it's a 2-on-1, you know what I mean? You're in defense and there's two offensive players running towards you. You just commit yourself to the ball carrier, bro. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you end up looking stupid when he fakes a pass and you go tackle the dude without the ball.
My life other than Barry Sanders. Unbelievable. 43-yard run. Only Barry Sanders.
I think that you've got him plugged up for a little while, and then he just busts that one.
That I attended the last Detroit Lions playoff victory because I was covering the Dallas Cowboys, and I looked it up.
Can you hear the 300 music in the background? The Spartan music? This dude's a little Spartan.
It was January the 5th, 1992. That was 22 years ago.
Look how small he is, bro.
22 years since the Lions won a playoff game, and could you have imagined that night if I told you, Barry, this franchise won't win another playoff game until, I don't know when, because we still don't know when.
Oh, here he goes. Again, cutting up the middle. Bro, you see that contact? You see how you see that contact? Get off me, boy. Bro, he made two of them four. He made two of them four. Watch. Right here. Those two. God damn. Oh, number 75. What the hell were you doing? Bro, what the fuck was 75 doing, bro? Bro, get off the field, bro. You're definitely not playing the next match, that's for sure, bro. You need... Bro, that's lazy defense. Bro, that is real lazy defending. Look at him. Watch. Why is he just standing there?
He made them like straight up fools.
Like, he makes these dudes look stupid, but that last defender, bro, he didn't do much to get past that last defender. Let's be honest, bro. That last defender's... let's not even call him a defender. He was just a, I don't know, like a fucking prop on the field. Jeez.
5 white-shirted Cowboys lying on the field.
I guess for me, when I look at that,
you see how you run into the end zone and that's a touchdown? Why is it called a touchdown if you don't touch the ball down? Do you know why? Because it came from rugby and rugby league, bro. We run into the end goal and touch the ball down in the end goal, and that's how we score points. Rugby league and rugby union were founded in the 1800s, back in 1880 and 1890. So over the years, when that rugby player went to America and founded this sport here, over the years, America changed the rules up a little bit, added the pads. Every time someone gets tackled or there's a flag or something, the play stops for a couple of minutes, and you know what I mean? And you just have less players on the field, and yeah, bro. But it was a cool sport, bro. But what I don't get is with American sports, bro. Americans only really watch American sport. And Americans always wonder why they get baffled and confused as to why the rest of the world doesn't know about these sports that they play. And it's probably because we are not in America, bro. We don't watch American sports. We watch world sports. We watch all the countries around the world playing competitions against each other. America's the only country that has their own sports in their own country, and it's more popular than the world sports. Like America's got a rugby team. America's got a rugby league team. America's got all these sports teams that Americans don't know about because it's not an American sport that they're playing. You know what I mean? So you can call it ignorant. You can call it naive. You can call it whatever you want. But yeah, there's more popular sports than American football. Of course there is. There's more popular sports than NBA basketball. In America, they're probably the most popular sports, but not in the rest of the world, bro.
I guess for me, when I look at Barry, you look at Barry, you want to just stand still. You hope he won't get by you because he's going to move more.
Here he gets the call. He's to the 25.
And the only reason America is able to have these kinds of sports that are just as big to them as world sports are to us is because of their population so fucking huge, mate. Their population's massive. The population in New Zealand, 4.8 million people in my country, in the whole country. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's probably why American sports, it's just like American music. They can go platinum in their own country. They don't need to sell albums internationally. The artists can go platinum just off Americans buying and streaming their stuff, where the rest of the world has to rely on international stuff because we're smaller countries that don't really have the numbers to go platinum. But I'll tell you what, we're world champions in rugby. We're world champions in, we're not world champions in rugby league anymore, but we're definitely top three. We always have been top three rugby league. Australia is the rugby league champions, world champions. We've got, we're champs in heaps of cricket. Our cricket team, our rugby team, our touch team. Yeah, man, we're good, bro. We're on point.
4-8 down the right sideline. High stepping a bit to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
We also produced fighters like Mark Hunt. Hello, Israel Adesanya. Shout out Israel, bro. Adesanya, keep doing it, bro. New Zealand, yeah, bro. We on point, bro.
Barry Sanders with a move that Mikhail Baryshnikov couldn't make.
That was fire, bro. That was fire, bro. Damn. Barry Sanders. I'm going to check out another one. I seen that he had heaps of videos, bro. This was the shortest one he had. The only reason I bought the shortest one was because for the first couple of American sports videos, I'm going to be talking a bit. I don't usually talk this much, bro, but I'm going to be talking a bit just to get our viewers from this side of the world, just to give them the rundown on the sport and, on the American sports. I'll have to pause it every now and again. But then after a few videos, bro, we won't need to do that because everyone will be on board. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, thanks for tapping in and thanks for sending this, bro. I think Barry Sanders is, Bo Jackson so far, bro, is my favorite. Bo Jackson so far is my favorite, bro. Like that dude he was elusive like this guy and he was fast like this guy, but he was also powerful. He ran through defenders, bro, which is pretty crazy. You know what I mean? When you're trucking the defensive line. So, yeah, bro, this is fire, bro. So, hey, man, don't forget, like the video. Send me in some more, man. Any sports from anywhere around the world. I don't care what kind of sports it is. I love all sports, bro. Stand up America, bro. I know that, you've got a, what do they call it? A modified version of rugby and rugby league, but you've made it your own sport, and it's now a totally different sport to rugby and rugby league. There's similarities, obviously, but totally different sport, bro, which is why we've had a couple American football players try to come and play professional rugby league, and they didn't even make the reserve grades, you know what I mean? And vice versa. We've had NRL rugby league players like Jared Hayne and stuff like that go to American football, and he was successful, but he didn't find it challenging enough, wearing all the pads and stuff, so he come back to Australia to play the full contact rugby league without pads and that. So, yeah, man, this is fire. Hey, don't forget, bro. Subscribe, all of that, man. Like the video. I'll drop a link to the original in the description box below. Head on over to that and like that too, man. For real. And until next time, you know what's good, man. Who do I get to? Hey, and don't forget to watch the last 1 minute thing of Jukes. Actually, we're going to do that right now. Oh, I might as well end it here and go out on those. All right. So until next time, bro. Hoodrock Entertainment. I'm out. Peace.
Something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel. That we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying? Without trying. And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. door. It's a losing game. It's a losing game. But this time it's more than another love war. This ain't the same. This ain't the same. They say love heals all. It makes it all